Good morning, Matt. It is Wednesday, and yes, this vlog is a little bit late, but I let you know last night that I was going to be a little late because I was at game night last night when you posted yours, so I had no chance to record a vlog and post it last night, so I went ahead and now I'm going to do it this morning. So right now it's about 9 o'clock. I don't have to be at work for about an hour and a half and stuff. So I, woke up this morning. I'm planning to drop my car off later tonight at the shop so that I can get the work that needs to be done to get it one step closer to being able to be registered today. So I have to I'd clean it out this morning, which was I'm glad that I didn't have to be at work really early because that gave me the chance and the time to clean out my car, get everything out of it that I didn't want anyone to take from it. I'm not saying that the place I'm going to is going to steal anything, but, better safe than sorry not to have all the tools. And it gets it out of their way so they don't have to move it around and, lets them have, the space they need to work on things if, they need it. But anyways, on that, I also have been this morning working on a little bit of my game stuff for next weekend's session. The first session went very well. It was a lot of fun. It was a little nerve-wracking at first because I had a very big battle opening the scene, opening the campaign, and I didn't really know how to do it. And after talking with a couple other game masters that am friends with, learning how they do their enemies and stuff, it made it a lot easier for me to think of things to do next time. So I can't go back and change how weird and crappy it was, but the players seemed to enjoy it, so I guess I did a pretty good job. I also had to pull something out of thin air because instead of going on the main campaign, they wanted to do the side quests that I had only thought of like 2 days before, so I had to quickly throw something together. So now I am furthering that dungeon because I did not get all the way through it, in hopes that it can be a little bit more concrete and it can work a little bit better. So that's it. Overall, the session went really well, and I asked the 3 players that were there for some constructive criticism, and really only a couple things were mentioned. Things that seemed kind of what I've already been fixing, like the cohesiveness, like not feeling like it was kind of lacking, not really well fleshed out, and I think that's kind of considering that the starting campaign that I did, I had thought of, I think 3 days before, and just kind of wrote something quickly down and then didn't look back at it, which I should have gone back and kind of fleshed that out a little bit more and learned how to do basic combat with enemies and stuff because it was hectic. But it was good. Other than that, I also need to work on just, saying things, explaining the events and what's going on visually for the characters, to give them that world sense. And I think that just is going to get better with practice. So, but other than that, relating to your technology stuff, that does sound really awesome that you were able to shorten that very long time that you would have spent this weekend doing all of your grocery shopping. I know you've mentioned that in the past as well. Into a very short time doing it on the computer and stuff. That's really impressive of how much time that was able to save you, and I really enjoyed the time that you spent with me this weekend. So it was definitely nice to be able to spend some time with you because of that fact that you were able to get a pretty important thing of shopping for your food for the week done very quickly, whereas before it was a very long process. I, in my life, really haven't found any ways that technology makes things quote-unquote easier than I normally do things. Most of my life resides on the computer and technology. I play a lot of video games. I watch YouTube videos and Netflix and Hulu a lot. I play on my phone like all the time. But other than that, one thing that I did want to mention is specifically relating to my my game is that the use of Google Docs and having and Google Sheets has made it a lot easier to keep everything kind of collected. I know from my friend who I'm basing the game off of, his game, he has all of his stuff written down in like 5 or 6 notebooks that are scattered around everywhere. So he's got to constantly look through and figure out what is where and stuff like that. And whereas with me, it's all right there in a subfolder in my Google Drive. So I can just look at it and see if I appropriately named the file. I can just kind of go there and then even hit Control F or Command F on my Mac and just find it. So that's been helped me keep things organized a lot better. But one thing that I'm finding a challenge with is I am making dungeon in it currently, the dungeon that my characters are currently going through, and I think I'm changing a little bit how it works because I just don't understand how I could make it work just mechanically wise. Before it was going to be something where you are going to be like the rooms could change as you went to the dungeon, and certain rooms could lead into rooms you previously been into, or lead to different rooms after you've been through them, and stuff like that. I just think mechanically, with the type of campaign I'm running, it's going to be very hard to get that to work seamlessly, without pulling people out of the game too much. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to have basically that there are arches that can be turned on and off, and a specific arch can go to a specific place, except in the master headquarters where there's 3 archways that can go into any place, but that's a different story. So that way there, instead of being that you can connect through different places, you can like teleport around into different areas, where they wouldn't be noticeable, because on the other side the archways aren't visible on some of them, and then in some they are visible. So it really just depends on what archway goes where, and blah blah blah. I think that's going to be the easiest way for me to get through it, and so I'm cracking away and crunching out different rooms, trying to figure out all of the stuff that I need to do, and getting it all written down so that it can be seamless. But besides that, Matt, really, my life has been pretty good right now. I had a really enjoyable game Tuesday. Sadly, my character that I just painted and love very dearly, and was my first character in Peter's game, has now died. It was a total party kill, because we were fighting 3 water dragons, which is ridiculous. Basically, the lore behind water dragons is that they live in the inner ocean, and people who go in the inner ocean don't come back. So we were fighting 3 of them. We managed to kill 1 of them and get the rest down to very minimal health, but most people died. Most everybody died in the end. So, but it was very glorious. We all kind of went down in a blaze of glory, and I really enjoyed playing it. And then we also played some of his card game, which is a lot of fun, and I really enjoy playing that, and I just want to play that a lot. But other than that, Matt, I'm doing pretty well. I hope you are. I hope you're having a good Wednesday, and I look forward to seeing your Thursday video tomorrow. Have a good one, Matt.